Hello, the game is 7 Days to Die. One of my favorite games. I love 7 Days to Die. Alpha 20 official release notes were out a couple days ago. So I just wanted to put this video out there. I am going to turn off monetization, so you should see no ads. If you see ads, let me know. Because I want to know if me turning that off actually does anything, or does YouTube still run ads anyway? Let me know if you see an ad. I got monetization off. Give me a like and subscribe if you want to support the channel. Other than that, this is just news. No big deal. Not a lot of effort. I'm not going to click that monetization button on you. So anyway, yeah, A20, 7 Days to Die. Very good game if you don't have it. It will be a good time to look because they're doing a lot of streamer stuff. This release, this patch, has a lot of streamer Twitch features, so I guess on Twitch there's going to be a lot of people doing it. I don't really Twitch. I have a Twitch account. I have streamed before. I usually watch Twitch just to listen to music. I listen to DJs or whatever. And if I'm really bored, I might watch some people play games while I play a game, but I really don't Twitch too much. Maybe I should start, especially since 7 Days to Die seems to support it now. Anyway, this weekend, so starting tomorrow, December 3rd, they're going to be streaming, and they're going to be giving away keys. So if you don't have this game, maybe it's a good way to get a free key. It's definitely a good game. If you don't have it, I would check it out. It's a very good game. If you do have this game and you're familiar with all the alphas, basically this game has been in alpha forever. It's playable. They just basically keep making improvements to it. They do a release. I would say once a year, maybe like once every 6 to 9 months. They do an alpha release. And as you know, they're usually pretty big game changers, so you have to read the notes if you're into the game. It kind of like, oh, let's see what changed. But this one's really big. I mean, look at my scroll bar over here. You see how tiny that is? Like, still going. So, obviously, I'm not going to sit here in this video and read all of that. That's, you want to do that, copy and paste it into text-to-speech. Or let me know. I'll do it if enough people want me to. I'll sit here and read it if, you know, maybe you want to listen to this on your ride home and don't want to read it yourself. You know, let me know what kind of content you want. Anyway, I'll just hit some couple key points. I'm just going to skim through it and hit a couple key points on it. You know, the Twitch giveaway is one key point. I think that they're going to be giving away free copies for the streamer to give out. Here's a participation list if you want to click on it to see who's streaming. I don't want to click on it. I don't want to advertise other people on my channel. I think that's kind of cheesy, but if you want to come here and look at who's doing it so you can watch their streams and get a free key, come here and click it. Let's see. So TFP is the Fun Pimps. This is the largest content drop they have ever delivered. It's pretty big. This is partly due to they doubled their team over the last 2 years. So they got some people working now. So let's see. So they got new version of random gen creation. So people use that a lot, especially like on online. They have pre-made maps, but you can random gen maps, like random generate it, and how that, you know, how good of a map you get really depends on the algorithm. So they're still working on that apparently. They got 25 new high definition characters, which is nice. You know, their high definition zombies always look better, so I'm interested to see what they are. 6 new weapons with 13 high-definition remakes, with the addition of primitive pipe weapons. So I'm going to assume they're going to be like guns like, oh, what's that one called? The blunderbuss. Low-level, easy-to-acquire weapons that are probably like single shot or something like that with a long reload delay. You know, something to give you a weapon, but not make you overpowered in the beginning. Just something to help you kind of climb along and tier up. Overhauled shape menu, hundreds of new shapes and frames and stuff, so that'll be interesting. So, you know, when you place a block in this game, you can change the shape of it and have tons of shapes. Apparently I've added more block placement improvements. I did see that. That's something that's going to be really good. I'll touch on that in a bit. Robotic drone companions now. I believe this is going to be intelligence based. So, you know, when you're like the medic, the intelligence, you know, the stun batons and the electrical gear and the electrical traps type intelligence build, you'll be able to focus on some drones, you know, turrets and gun turrets and sledge turrets and drones. So that would be cool. I'm glad they're kind of flushing that playstyle out a little bit more. I do like that playstyle, but it has been historically a little underpowered. Dynamic imposter system. So if I read this correctly, this is so like when you make a, because the whole world is damageable, buildable, whatever. So, but when you make a change, it's going to render it. So if you make a big castle someplace and you're far away, when you look off into the distance, you'll see that is basically what this dynamic imposturing system does. Quest improvements. Yeah, so I read a little bit about that. So quest improvements that are adding some trader quest improvements, and one of them is going to be like a restore power at night quest, where they send you to a POI and you have to like restore the power, and it says in there like, be careful, you might attract zombies when the generator's running. So I'm hoping this is going to be like a little mini Horde Night event, because that will be interesting. So like a lot of times you're trying to avoid Horde Night, but when you become a little more powerful, you're like, you're just like waiting around for Horde Night to come so you can have some excitement. So that'll be interesting if you could just go do these like mid-level little quests where maybe a couple waves of zombies come or something like that. That would definitely be interesting for them to start working on quest systems like that and little mini events. AI enemy improvements is always nice. Spawning, ducking, obstacle attacks, head tracking, burst attacks. They said we're going to be like for high-end monsters like the radiated zombies and stuff like that. I guess they're going to like maybe do a little charge and like a high damaged attack just to make them a little more challenging. Feral Sense was interesting when I read about that. So I think this is for feral zombies, or they're just calling it Feral Sense, but you can turn this on and turn it up, or and like configure it for how well a zombie and how far a zombie can sense you. So a lot of times you can sneak past zombies, or maybe you're used to running through a POI, and if you go this certain route, you're kind of largely undetected. So what they'll do is allow this to have gameplay changes. So on your personal local game, you'll be able to fiddle with this setting, or maybe on multiplayer, like admins will be able to fiddle with this setting. Hopefully they'll be able to do it like per POI and not just like across the map. Hopefully they'll be able to do that. I think it's across the map though, because they said like you'll be able to change it for like different settings for day, night, that kind of thing. So that makes me think it's all map. But like in the future, this could definitely be something that's like POI. Each POI is different, so you can make some POIs more dangerous or not. POI, by the way, is point of interest. Just means a building, a hospital versus a gas station or something. Let's see. Vehicle improvements with co-op passenger support and some mods. So that's a lot of this comes from the modding community. A lot of online servers will have like passengers on their vehicles and stuff, just so people can ride around together. So that's good. Loot progression improvements. You call it improvements, but loot progression almost changes every alpha. They've been trying to figure out how to balance loot and how to make it better. I think they detached it from game stage. Previously, it wasn't game stage, but people were like, you can get high level loot so easily. So they made it game stage, meaning like you have to like level up before you see any, before you start seeing like improved loots and chests. But then people are like, well, I don't want to have to be forced to level up, man. That makes me focus on leveling up. So they're constantly trying to tweak this and like how do you control the carrot and the stick? You know what I mean? Like how far out do you put the carrot, the lure of loot? So it doesn't make people feel like it makes people feel like it has a good progression, but it doesn't make people feel like they gotta like level up fast to get some good guns or whatever. So they're fiddling with that again, and it looks like they're adding different systems. So like depending on the type of chest, it said depending on the type of chest you're even looking at will change your loot stage. So they're separating loot stage out from level now. So like the biome you're in, the tier of the building or POI you're in, the type of chest you're getting, and who knows what else they put in there are going to have modifiers to like, you could basically be a lower level, but you're going into a dangerous area. Now you're higher risk. Now you get a slightly higher loot stage. So, but I think what they're trying to do is like maybe you won't get like an AK-47, because that's what was happening. You're skipping right over blunderbusses and low-end weapons I'm going straight to like AK-47s and sniper rifles. That wasn't fun. But on the other hand, like when you lock it into level and you go in and you can't get, there's like almost zero chance of getting something really great, no matter how much risk you take. That feels bad too. So I think they're trying to balance that out, and that's what it seems like they're trying to do. So hopefully this is a good balance. This is always something important to the game, how it feels when you do a playthrough. Dynamic music, that's nice. I keep my music off, so that's not a big deal for me. Improved weather system, so you're not getting repetitive weather. Video controls, let's see, animations have been improved. New dismemberment system has been integrated with some of the zombies. Twitch integration, so yeah, they're doing a lot of Twitch, like they literally got in-game commands for like when new subscribers come on board, something happens in game, you know, like that's crazy. Like they're totally supporting Twitch. So I mean that's nice, but that, man, it makes me feel like, damn, maybe I should be Twitch streaming when I play 7 Days to Die. Not that anybody would be watching me, but anyway, they're really supporting the modding community with better ways to edit. You know, I'm not going to really show you all that, but it's a pretty big drop. New districts, tiles, new stamps. This is more for like random world generation. I see that as more as like online LAN admin. Most people aren't playing with that. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, so this is information about the tiers. How many tiers? There's 175 new POIs. They've reimagined 25 of them, and then they kind of give you a breakdown. They got 7 top tier, 5 POIs, and then they have 360 tier 1 ones, you know, like little gas stations or grocery stores, and this would be like military bunkers and stuff. They give a breakdown of some of the stuff here. Just gonna skip over that. It gives you a breakdown of the new HD characters. So yeah, these all look good. Zombies, nurse, that's important. She's important. I think these are the 2 most important to have in HD, but that's just, you know, I guess it would be good to have the traders in HD as well. So that would be nice. I like to see how what they do with that. New line of pipe weapons, along with an overhaul of current weapons. Let's see, total of 60 weapons, 13 upgraded HD remakes. So you're gonna have a pipe of baton. So I guess like a low-level baton, a pistol, a shotgun. Which wouldn't that just be the blunderbuss? A rifle, a pipe machine gun. Really, that'll be interesting. Oh, okay. Custom weapon sounds. Dude. We got shape creative menus, so different frames are doing like a overhaul for frames, it looks like. That'll be interesting. They're gonna have weak texture wood frames, wood frame, cobblestone frames, concrete, steel, so building might change. Interesting. Square, round, ridge, windows, destruction, construction, deco, and letters. Very interesting stuff. Oh, this is the big one right here. This is the one I really, really love. Stability preview. So when you're building in this game, it has a what's the word I'm looking for? Not dynamic, not engineering. It has a lot of mechanics to the building system in the game. So, you know, I don't want to get too deep into it. There's videos that are hour long trying to explain this stuff. But basically what it's going to do now is, like, if you go out like 8 blocks without putting a support up, it could cause a collapse. Sometimes it's 12 blocks. It depends on the type of building material you're using, how strong it is, how much it weighs. All that stuff factors into it. It's very technical, and there's a lot of expertise that can go into building. It's very easy to build in this game, but at the same time, it's not Minecraft. You're just not going to put a platform of blocks going all the way out. You need to do supports and stuff like that. So it's very easy to build stuff, but at the same time, building can be very technical and expertise. So this is going to help with that a lot, make it a little more easier, because it's basically, it'll give you a warning when it's becoming unstable, like it's yellow, and like as you put blocks down, the preview will change color, the preview of the block, and that's going to be important. And then when it's red, it'll say it'll cause a collapse. You don't want to know how many times I collapsed the base. Like, I've had some heart-crushing, gut-wrenching collapses. I had one collapse, like, oh my god. I had one where all my items were in the middle, and everything else, my whole base, it was a huge base, everything collapsed except for my middle pyramid, my little pylon middle piece with all my loot on it. That was the only thing that was left. So, you know, collapses can be devastating, especially when you're building large, complex bases and structures. So, I do like building in this game. It's one of the games I do get a little buildy on. But so this is definitely nice. And then pink would just mean it's not going to collapse your building, but the block will kind of just slide off. You need to have more supports or something. But I think I covered most of this. Drone Companion, Dynamic Imposters, Quests, Music, Weather. Yeah, that's bad. I mean, there is a lot to this. I'm not going to sit here and read all this. Like, then you can get into the changelog. Like, more than... We're about 40% through it, and then you're just hitting the changelog, where they just do all these little fixes and kind of like put them in it. And these are what really get me. Like when I'm playing, I'm like, how come this isn't working anymore? And I gotta like do a Google search, and I'll come across like the changelog in the middle someplace. They change this thing that has always worked this way. Now it doesn't. So hopefully I'll get a chance to sit down and just read through some of this stuff. I'll just scroll down so it's on the video just for future reference if somebody wants to go in here and pause. Even just doing this is taking forever. Like, this is crazy. Look at how much stuff this is. I don't even want to do this. Like, why am I doing this? I don't want to do this. I don't want to show all this on my video. Anyway, that's the update. This is 7 Days to Die. This is a good game. If you haven't played it, it's fun. These guys are working their... guys and gals and whatever are working their butts off to make this game just consistently better and better and better. Definitely one of my more favorite games. So I'll probably be playing some of this hopefully before Lost Ark comes out. I'll have a chance to do some playthroughs of 7 Days. You know, it's the working man's life, the working gamer's life. It's difficult finding time for work, work, family, and you know, all your responsibilities, and then trying to find games. So many good games out right now to play coming out. It's an exciting time. Now that is it though. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, no monetization, no ads. There's no need for ads for this kind of stuff. But yeah, I'll see you in game. Maybe I'll see you on some online servers. Talk to you later. See you in the next video.